All right, so what is this? Didn't I take a personality test last time? Oh, you see, while the whole 16 personality traits and stuff like it's blah, 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 I usually subscribe more to the Enneagram test. I prefer that more. Granted, I find them both just too specific regardless, so all like personality tests are useless either way. But I don't know. I'm going to try this one out because I like the Enneagram test a little more. I like Enneagram a little more. Pretty sure I pronounced it wrong. Let's start. More accurate, neutral, accurate. I strive for perfection. No, I don't strive for perfection. I strive for good enough, as long as it's possible. I work hard to be helpful to others. Like it says, no, I'm not going to be here to other people. If I can help you, but not to the standard of, you know, oh, I'm going to help you like an arm or leg. No, no, maybe like small amounts, but no, that'd be new to that. It is important for me that other people like me. Like I said before in my previous video, no, I really don't care as much. It is important for me to achieve great things. No, because like I says, I don't have a big enough ego, and usually great things come like great responsibility and stuff like that. Because the great things I'm thinking of like big, big, big things. Responsibility to survive. That's major I'm focusing on. So not necessarily. No, I don't care about great things. I care about like, achieving things, but great things. I'm more significant than the average person. I feel my emotions very deeply. I know I'm aware of them. I can feel them. I control them. So I guess that's a form of deeply. Yeah, I guess control them. I have a sense that other people will never truly understand me. No one truly will ever understand anyone else. That is just humanity in a nutshell. They cannot be inside your mind, inside your head 24/7. And that's kind of how it is. Now, that's a bad thing. Because that's just people. I mean, if everyone was the exact same, that might be a slight issue. It's like the whole bottleneck situation when it comes to genes. Like when, let's say, a population has a certain, is like a certain way, a population cheetahs. They bred a certain way, they have DNA, and if also the disease comes, it wipes them all out because basically their genes weren't separate, were different enough. So that's kind of like ideas like I'm kind of get. So while yes, other people never truly understand me, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a negative things, but I'm going to say, like I said, as accurate, but like I said, not in a negative aspect of it. I think deeply about things. Because it depends on topic. And usually I'm morally convicted after one staff. Well, I has a neutral there. I am prepared for any disaster. No, no. Disaster is going to come. I can probably predict it. I can probably see it. But no, I'm usually not prepared. If anything, I just take it. It is important to me to avoid planning everything at all times. Yes. Yeah. Yes, I am not a masochist. I am no masochist at all. No. So definitely would be no. I seek out experiences that I know will make me feel happy or excited. No. If anything, constantly seeking out something like that will be detriment in the long run, I say. I'm not saying to not seek happiness or something like that. I'm saying moderate it to a certain degree. You always have to remind yourself about certain aspects, but moderate it. So no, not at all. I'm positive in every situation. I gotta be neutral here. But yes. Because well, like I said, plan for the worst, expect the best. Plan for the worst, expect the best, or something like that. I don't know. But I'm more neutral at. I am not afraid to tell someone when I think they're wrong. Oh, depends. But yeah, if you're wrong, and I'm really say, I will. It goes the other way around. If I'm wrong, I am fully accept the fact that I am wrong. I'm not gonna argue about it. I accept it, and we can. The problem is people didn't drag it out. I accepted it, and if it's something to learn from, I'll write it down, remember it, and just move on from there. Because there's a point. There's something else to be said. If I'm wrong, then I got my answer. Then I go back, write down. Then basically the answer stays there, and that's it. You're done. But people, the problem is when stuff like that, people tend to drag things out for more reason than their own satisfaction, as opposed to like that. So if you're wrong and I find you wrong, I already feel like I already corrected you. Then that's it. I feel like I'm trying to end my conversation there. Like I said, and take to drag things out. I let other people make decisions. Yeah. Look, as much as I like to troll people and stuff like that, and be part of a group and give decisions for other people, and I will gladly do it in a heartbeat. If someone is more qualified to do it, I will gladly make them make decisions. I appreciate having rules that people are allowed to follow. Yes, Yes, because rules are there for a reason. Because you have to reach a goal. 1 second, battery's dying. If rules have to be had, then there is an expectation and there's a goal in mind. Rules aren't just there for no reason. Oh, okay, most of the time they're not there for no reason, but they are there for that. Even the rules are stupid. I am concerned that about security more than anything else. It's too broad of a topic. I think a lot about what will happen in the future. Not wrong there. Not necessarily negative or positive, because I like to think. Mostly thought scenarios. How to fit in with ordinary people. Let's see. I don't drink. I'm not a big partier. I don't like wasting money on vacations. I would rather just go walk, maybe go stay in a hotel and go walking like near parks and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I want to say I fit in. I mean, basically, just blending in and just being in the background is good enough. So, well, I will say I want to fit in is less. It's not enough like an outcast. More like I really don't care, and I try my best just to keep my head down. There is rarely a good reason for changing how things are done. Problem is, if you don't change things, sometimes it can lead to stagnation. So while maybe good now, it might eventually lead to the downfall, decadency, and stuff like that in the future. So, eh. So I'm gonna say there's rarely good reason. Like I said, prepare for the worst. So I always finish my chores. Look, if I said something, look, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do something. It may not be the best, but I'm gonna complete it. I'm always trying to be a better person. No, I tend to be news. I'm kind of fine where I am now. And be fun, I think, financial reasons, but yeah, personality wise, I find where I am now. I check carefully for mistakes and errors. This I always make. If anything, I also remember when I was doing math and like school and stuff. I always before handing in, math was my easiest and best subject. When I did everything, I always double check all the answers and make sure it goes through my head if whether or not it's actually accurate. That I will admit is always a thing. So I always check mistakes there. Even now and again, I want to make sure things are correct. At least a checklist, not a checklist, but just make sure if something goes wrong, especially programming or like wires or especially something in the car, you want to go list of what you did and from there you can help you out. I like to be around people who I can help. As a teacher, if it's something like a teacher method or mentor method, maybe because I like as much as I like show people and like stuff that's not well learned fellow. However, if it's around people you need, I can help is because they are lack the ability to. Because in that case, that's more of annoying and a hindrance, if anything. But if there's equal and I can help on some spectrum, that's something else. I'm going to neutral because that depends on the situation. I feel like that I am an important person in my social. It is important to it is important to me to be successful. It depends on your reason of success. I mean, like, believe me, if I had the ability to build a house in the middle of the woods and be there, I would have, and that would be a successful life. Isolate yourself in the middle of the wilderness with no government agency not going to be saying, "Hey, you gotta get out of here." No private property saying, "Well, get out of here, boy," or some other thing. So, like I said, it depends on that. The organizations I belong to would not function well without me. No, I'm just a cog in a machine. No. I often feel overtaken by my emotions. Nope, not at all. I control my emotions. I have always felt different from other people. Like I said, all humans are different. So, yes, but not in the whole, woe is me, I'm an outcast, blah, 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 blah. No, more in a literal, hey, I'm a different person, obviously. So, yeah, but it's not like something special, nonsensical. Well, I'm special because I'm different. Everyone's different, knucklehead. I like to analyze things from every angle. Look, as much as I like to do stuff, like I said earlier about the whole card thing, but like that, sometimes you're just gonna wing it. So while like, I like to analyze things from every angle, no. Most angles, yes, but every angle, nah. I always have a plan for what I would do if things go wrong. As much as I would like to imagine, say yes, no. Like I said, I'm more likely to just take it and hopefully make it out of it. I avoid situations that bring up negative feelings. What? No, I mean, I'm gonna stick to neutral because I'm not understanding what you're trying to say here. Negative feelings, like you're human. You can't because there's too many variables. Like I said, you can't control every situation. And if that's the case, then you might be able to just sit around a rock and do nothing. I seek assignment. No, not us. When you seek excitement, you seek to burn the money hole. You seek to burn money as in a hole in your pocket. Sorry, I messed up that messed up that idiom, but you get what I say. You don't. Well, I'm good at seeing the bright side of things when others complain. Neutral, because well, I can see the bright side. Well, it depends. I'm not saying positive, so I guess I can see the positive things. Like, because eventually everything can work. Everything you like retroactively work into, like, hey, it's getting positive in the long run experience. Something. I don't hesitate to call people out when they are behaving badly. No, I don't think so. It's not my problem. Most of the time. I go along with what other people want. Like it says, it depends on the situation. So I'm gonna put neutral here. People should follow the rules instead of doing what they feel like doing. Rules are there for important reason, yes, I will admit, but following rules instead of doing what you're doing, look, I can't really say much about that because rules are that basically help to guide, but they're not the end all be all. So I'm gonna say no there. Don't get me wrong, they're neutral because they have to know about the rules. They can't break everything like an idiot. Well, I'm gonna say idiots, but to say more like I don't know what do you call it. I seek a relationship that offers me some type of protection. No, because that sounds like brown nosing and nepotism, and I'm not really a fan of that. Unless you mean like romantic, then that's something else. I clearly visualize what will happen in the future. Yes, but like I said, it's more of a thought experiment, more fun thing. Average people find me weird. Can't really disagree with that. I like to do things as I've always done them. Yes, it's funny because at that point it's just second memory, and I remember you do them so much you can literally space out and do it automatically. I cannot tell you how many times I just been walking for like 10, 20 minutes straight, and it feels like I was in dream, sleeping, like sleepwalking or something. Because I spend that much into like I wouldn't call it meditating, but the fact that you just lose yourself and you just walk and you realize, oh, where am I? I'm persist until a task is done. I like tasks being done, but I'm not persistent. As long as it's done, even close enough as I spend time trying to discover and correct my faults and weaknesses. If I did, I'd be in a lot better situation now. I hold myself to a high standard. Ah, I am a natural caretaker. Neutral on that. Neutral on that. I like taking care of pets and stuff like that, but not to the point where like too much. I want people to admire me. I do not care about you people at all. I am not lying. I do not care at all. I want to achieve a lot in my life. Once again, this goes to the ego thing. I'm greater than what I am, blah, 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 blah. Achieve what you can, achieve what's best, achieve what's going to be efficient. I want to achieve a lot in my life, blah, 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 blah. Next thing you have people going like it's like 5 different degrees of $500,000 in debt, and like the ego's the size of yacht. If I'm honest, I feel that I'm better than other people. That's a loaded question. There's too many topics. I'm going to put neutral on that. I feel a deep sense of grief for what I have lost. I'm just going to put neutral on that. I'm an unusual sort of person. I want to call myself unusual. I'm just human. So no. I take time to understand things more deeply than most people do. Maybe overthink. I will say more overthink. I want to say think for it. It's important to me to prepare for any emergency. Like I said, distract myself from sad feelings that may arise. More like I take apart the idea of why it's being sad, why, so on and so forth, and to create a, try to justify my way out of it. Not always a positive thing, but I want to distract myself from it. But that means it just lingers on, or I just get nipped in the butt and call it a day. I often make changes in my life when things get boring. Not to the best detriment, but yeah. I tend to be more optimistic than most people. No, 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 no. I'm wrong. I believe in people. I believe in stuff like that. But I'm not saying everything's positive and good. No, 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 no. I tell people what I think, even if it's hard to hear. I want to. I don't know. I want to be blunt. I would love to be blunt, but I can't. But I will tell you something wrong, so I would rather follow the group than push for what I want. It's like be a leader or follower. I'd rather be off to the side and just watch people do their own things and just sit on a rock. How about that? How about that? As long as I keep my head down and just relax, I really don't care. I feel most comfortable in organizations with a clear hierarchy. I don't care about the hierarchy. If most of the time, most of the bosses I had, I didn't even say about their last name or Mister. I just call them by their first name if I knew it. I don't care how much money they made or how high. I just call everyone there by their first name. It's kind of funny to think about it, actually. But I really don't care either way. As long give me work, if I get paid, that's all. I take measures to protect myself and my loved ones from harm. To a certain degree, obviously, to a certain degree. I make plans for years in the future. I make plans, but not the best ones. They tend to be more, I say, vague. I am an unusual person. Like it's a neutral because everyone is unique. That's more of a whole circle jerk. Oh, I'm special type of thing. No, 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 no. Try not to be that. Be what do I make you think? Humble in a sense, to a certain degree, obviously. I just like trying new methods or procedures. Depends. Depends. I'm not saying dislike it, but it depends on it. I focus on my responsibilities and duties. Well, I'd rather get them done and can't say I'm truly focused on them. I don't procrastinate all the way, but I do tend to linger a bit and try to overthink things. I read books that help me be more productive or better what I do. I should read books. Problem is, reading books takes forever for me. I tell you, right, sometimes it takes me a long time to read books, and that's because I'm writing notes about them, and that's just exhausting. Rereading the same page or two pages, sometimes even the same paragraph over and over and over again, just to realize what in Blaze is saying. Take notes of it. Even my notes are not even that good to begin with, because it feels like I can't even express completely what it is. So reading books is a hindrance because this is my method. Unless it's casual books, and even then, I'd rather just read audiobooks. That forces me to actually, force me to actually listen to the story. Even then, I can't even page it half the time. So, yes, I'm going to say, granted, it's more productive and better I do. So, it seems more like self help books. I wouldn't even start that more into like books about research or information or study or something like that. So, I'm going to say more of I put a lot of pressure on myself to do the right things, do things right. Like I said, I do what I can and stuff. I take initiative to help other people make their lives easier. Like I said, small things, not the big things, but small things. I'm going to help them out. I put an effort to make a good impression on other people. No, not at all. I'm not saying you should make yourself to be a jerk, but make sure you're human. You got to make everyone's human. So you always have some leeway. I said Bishop Rice. No, no. I am an important member. What's the last answer your question already? I can describe my emotions in a lot of depth and detail. I control them. I can't describe them. I'm often an outsider. By choice, mind you, by choice. I find my mind to be a very interesting place. Yes, granted, the human mind is basically interesting regardless, so I'm always aware of what can go wrong in the situation. I'm not omnipresent, but yes, I usually tend to take negative. I have many ways of avoiding situations that get me down. And I find this question a bit too stupid, but whatever. I'm always up for a new adventure. Depends, but most likely now. I believe that things usually work out for the best. Unfortunately, to a certain degree, I stand up for what I believe in, even if it upsets other people. Eh, unless we stand up per se, I get the general idea of it, but unfortunately, I have to be honest with myself now. As much as I want to say, "Oh yes, I'm a person," I'm way too apathetic for most things. I let other people take the lead. Like I said, if they're more qualified, yes. However, if you give me opportunity, I will just walk all over you. I dislike people who disrupt things by breaking the rules. No, not necessarily. It depends. Like I said, if they break rules and ruins everyone for it, but if they break rules and no one cares, I make alliances with people who can help me stay safe. Sure, like I said, nepotism, stuff like that. No. I'm often looking around ahead towards what is coming next. Most sometimes, yes. I have different interests than most people. Yes, but usual interests don't really make much of a difference regardless. So I'm gonna put neutral for that. It's not like my opinions of music or genres or something like that's gonna affect anything really. The traditional way of doing things is the best way. No, not always. Not always. It depends on what. Because like I said, I have to put neutral because it depends on so many different variables. This is too. I'm a responsible and reliable person. Neutral to a certain extent, obviously. I have a lot of plans for how I can improve myself. I make sure that even small details are correct. Like I said, you small details not as important. Depends on like how severe they are. I enjoy caring for others and their needs. Their needs sound like something a little more big. I can help others, but not these like grand shows of something. I want to be a person that others can look up to. No, I do not care. I do not care. Who's supposed to succeed? It depends. It depends. If I'm in a competitive move, yes. Otherwise, no. I make important. I rarely have strong emotions. Like I said, I control my emotions, so yeah, I try to bring them down. I never feel truly belong to social groups. I'm not supposed to, though. I'm supposed to hang back and just relax. So I'm neutral there. I want to learn as much as possible how I can what works. To a certain extent. I mean, I'm putting yes. To a certain extent, yes. No, no, because I'm not going to pay $100,000 if not more to learn just some random amounts. I could probably look up like buy the book and get it more. Well, not a more more general view as the most specific that would cost you, but yeah, kind of see that. It is important for me to understand what can go wrong in a situation. Yes, I take steps to ensure that I don't feel sad or lonely. Like I said, I'm usually content and I don't ever feel lonely. Don't get me wrong. It is better. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes human interaction is nice, but even by myself, it's more like it's my choices. Yeah. So no, I'm actually usually fine with that. Trying new things keeps my life interesting. I can't argue with that. I'm a bit lazy, but even I can't argue with that. I'm an upbeat person. No, I am not. I am not. Surprisingly enough, I do have some positive ideas, but still no. I'm usually the one who takes a stand when others don't. Nope. No, no, no. Others people have stronger opinions than I do. Yes, yes. Because you cannot fall into the trap of that much. You cannot fall. You can't fall trap of going into it. Just hyping yourself up too much. Everyone has a role to play in society, and the duty is to do their best. All is human, all is ability, all is the potential to do something, even if they can't find something, even if something that you suck at, if you put the effort in, you could probably learn from there and become superior. It's like drawing. Some people have an innate talent for art, and they can start drawing beautifully, and they can just keep improving from there. And some people can suck at art, but they themselves can improve and study, and they can start actually become drawing beautifully as well. But like I said, it depends on the person, depends on what they value, what they view, what their mindset is, what their goals, their aspirations, anything really. So it's less everyone has a role to play, more like everyone has potential to do stuff. And I want to say it's duty, because like I said, it depends on so many different aspects. So we can't force a hand or you dominant fate on another person or push something on other people per se. Because ultimately it's up to the person themselves to accept or reject it. I mean, granted, because societal pressures and stuff, but eh. So I'm going to say negative there. I'm concerned with protecting what I have. I mean, I would like to things to be nice and kept, well kept. I have a good sense of what my future holds. Not at all. I cannot predict the future. I don't know what little small variable. I mean, are there people like cases of people who like they go for a small jog or something? Like they've been jogging for years, they haven't forced themselves, all of a sudden their leg just breaks or some other ridiculous notion. It just randomly, you cannot control the future. I cannot control the future. I'm an average person with ordering likes this, obviously. Obviously. A stupid question is that. I try new ways of doing things to see if they will work. I'm also doing it for the fun of it. I have a great deal of willpower. I, it depends on the mindset that I am at that moment. Self improvement is a major interest of mine. Eh, let's see the results. Yeah, because the Enneagram has basically like 1 through 9, where the other 16 has 16, and here's the specific thing. This one has 1 through 9. It is more of a general view like that. And you can, and three main ones, which is 3, 6, 9. And from there, you can spin off to your one to the other numbers. But yeah, let's see what I am. Your ignorant results. I am in 9. Oh, most of 9. Like I said, another thing I like is basically is at different aspects. I think, is this one with different aspects? Or I think, sorry, it's been like a long time since any lectures about this. About your type. Oh, unlock the full report. Oh, but I am a 5. I am a 5. You know, no one's gonna watch this video to this long, so I'm just gonna look up I'm gonna look up what 5 means. Because I wrote down in my notes here. One second. Alright, so I got my notes. This is what it says for type 5, which is as I am. Always taking in data, compulsively observing the world around them, while attempting to be inconspicuous. Very private about themselves, but enough. Sorry, my notes suck. Like I said, these are my notes. But enough gathering of information on others. Rather maintaining, rather maintain boundaries and others and sever connections with others. Comes up with grand ideas after much thought. It can be quiet talk nonstop about their thoughts, stuck in their head ideas or deals either way, but doesn't have their ideas peer reviewed in a sense. Oh man, my notes suck. I need to take better notes. An internal monologue given life. Hoard information every way from others, objective and detachment. Very little need for people. The first response is from reality to withdraw. Plan out what to do, but rarely they do escape this part and re-enter at reality. Don't express their emotions often and are afraid of commitment. I like that afraid of commitment part, but yeah, no, I think that's the general view. We'll run this note aside. This is what I've guessed. So I was more a closed off mind person and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess it's actually sort of accurate. So I have no issues there. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment any other personality tests or anything else you guys want to see me do. And take care. Bye.